Hello, everybody. I am back with Balavar Sankran, co-founder and the CDO of Fullcast. He is going to take us through the product today. Over to you, Bala, so that you have all the time you need and a little bit more for your demo today. All the best.
Thank you very much, Pragya. Well, pleasure to meet everybody. I am, as Pragya mentioned, Bala Balbhaskaran, co-founder and CTO of Fullcast, and we are a revenue operations platform. So we're a platform built to help revenue operations teams do what they do, both during the planning phase as well as during the execution side of things. Now, how many of you are dealing with your annual planning cycles on spreadsheets, right? And we've all lived that life, lots and lots of spreadsheets, putting together territories and quotas and compensation models, and then throughout the year, having to deploy that into your execution environment, your CRMs, your commission calculation systems, and so on. So, Fullcast is really trying to solve that problem, right? Really kind of addressing the issue of being able to build out your go-to-market plan and to be able to deploy that with the push of a button. That's the promise of the platform. Let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen here. The platform, as I mentioned, really focuses on that, planning to execution phase of revenue operations teams. Starting off with, we have the ability to model different go-to-market plans. So this is things like your territory models, things like your workforce structure, your org charts, your product models, and so on in terms of how to put together your go-to-market. And then, when you're ready and after you going through that planning cycle, you're able to then push all of that information into your CRM. Let's start here quickly with your territory model. And just to quickly orient you on the screen and what you're seeing, on the left-hand side is your territory hierarchy. And so this is essentially breaking down your market into different regions, size of companies, industries, verticals, however you want to slice and dice the market. We have a number of rules engines that help you do the job, in a quick and easy way. But as we know, everything in revenue operations also runs on exceptions. So we have the ability to add exceptions to the process as well. So very quickly, the pride and joy of our platform is something that we call Smart Plan, which is the idea that you can simply specify to the system that you want X number of territories built with different attributes and characteristics, such as balancing by particular metrics like your TAM, balancing by the number of accounts, minimizing the disruptions and the relationships between people. So you simply go in and specify the criteria and let the system do all the work. And it's going to go out and build your territories. And most of the changes that you'll see here are built out in a proposed and in a modeling sort of way. So you can quickly jump into the territories and look at what the current state, look at what the impact of the changes that you're making look like. As well as then once you're happy with looking at the impact from a metric standpoint, whatever, you simply go in and commit the changes. And when you do this, the information gets pushed into your Salesforce instance. So when people open up their accounts in Salesforce, the right ownership is tagged, the right people are tagged on it, and so on. In addition to sort of building out your territories, you also go through the process of setting targets as well. So a quota, as well as anything really that's measurable, you can set them as targets on your territory hierarchies. And of course, the system syncs in with your transactional environments like your CRM or your financial systems. And we're able to then track on an ongoing basis how you're doing against those targets that you have established. The other aspect of the platform is your coverage model. So this is essentially where you set people in roles and what they're going to essentially be doing on the territories. So this is a quick way for you to kind of build out what the coverage structure is. We can also do future dated coverage, so you can put in your TBHs and your capacity and your hiring model directly in the system as well. In addition to territories, we also help you kind of build out what your or team org chart would look like. And this is essentially modeling out, as I said, your hiring plan, building out and then tracking in a very similar way targets that you might set on your teams and what you want them to achieve throughout the year. So those are different components of really putting together the plan. As I showed you earlier, territories is one aspect of the plan. Your org chart is another aspect of the plan. Similarly, your products and what kind of products you're taking to market is an aspect of your plan. And once you're happy with the model, once you're happy with what that looks like, again, it's a multi-user platform, so you can collaborate with your sales managers, you can collaborate with finance, with your HR team, and they're all able to come in here and make changes in a proposed manner to both territories, targets, your coverage structure, and so on. Once all of that is complete, as I mentioned, you can export the plan out into your Salesforce environment so that the accounts and whatnot are appropriately represented in your CRM. Once we complete sort of that initial rollout, then comes the process of managing your Salesforce environment, as an example, with what's going on in your go-to-market. So the system also is an ongoing maintenance of the CRM as well, and this allows you to quickly sort of build out what we call policies. And this allows for the automation of a number of things which revenue operations teams tend to manage manually through spreadsheets or custom code, or have a plethora of point solutions to address it. Everything from your routing requirements to managing corporate families and maintaining account hierarchies, tagging your accounts with the right industry, et cetera, et cetera. So holdouts is another example of things that that are handled by the system. So essentially, as you build out the rules of your territories and your go-to-market, you are tying that in with the execution and everything that happens from a day-to-day perspective of keeping your environment aligned to the plan. And so this is automation that can be enabled anywhere in the hierarchy. So I can have a different routing model for your Americas business versus your European business, in much the same way as I can have a different holdout rules for your enterprise business versus your SMB business. So that's essentially the crux of the platform. Starts with sort of the modeling aspect that I mentioned to you earlier, and then all the way carrying this through, pushing the data into your CRM, and then keeping it aligned to the plan, of all the things that happen in your CRM in the daily business of maintaining your revenue teams. And so that's the platform. That's what I wanted to show you. In addition to that, of course, we have a lot of dashboarding and reporting and all of those capabilities, so you're able to track your performance against the plan and objectives that you have defined for your teams and your go-to-market. That is pretty much it from me in terms of the demo. I just wanted to make sure we covered all of the different aspects and ensure that we are able to cover everything from planning through all the way to execution.
Thank you so much for that, Vala. With that, I will say thank you and push the audience to our next session. Thank you once again for being here and for demoing Fullcast. Anybody interested in having a look at the platform, just reach out to the team or reach out to us and we will make the introduction. All right, over to the next session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
being here, Vala.